Hi boys and girls. Okay, so you're going to need a couple of things for today's lesson on Unit 3, Animal Adaptations. So, let's see if I can zoom out. I can! Alright, here we go. Inside of your brand new packet, you're going to need to take out your writing journal and your animal adaptations. Also take out a pencil. Alright. So, before we begin today's lesson, I want to introduce to you your Animal Adaptations unit. So, I'm going to show you the video from Unit 3 from Benchmark Advanced. So, here we go. Let's take a look at our video. Let me pause it really quick. I'm going to move it back, make sure we can hear it. Let's move this here. Make sure we can hear it, and I'm going to go ahead and play.
Animal Adaptations. An octopus blends into its background when he notices a predator approaching. A hungry cheetah needs to stay hidden while sneaking up on her prey and be quick if she wants to eat. A human being is caught in a sudden rainstorm. How do living things adapt to change?
So that is our question, our essential question, our main focus of reading Unit 3, Animal Adaptations. So let's take a look at the cover and at page 2 and 3. We're going to find our essential question where the video left off. How do living things adapt to change? So before we begin, I do want to introduce you to some brand new vocabulary that you're going to need before we do tomorrow's lesson on animal disguises. So let's take a look at some of those brand new words that we're going to be looking at. 5 new words that we're going to find out the meaning of them tomorrow are adaptation, survive, behave, undetected, and frigid. We'll find the meanings of those words tomorrow when we read Animal Disguises. Now, there are 3 words that we are going to write the definitions for today, and we're going to do it inside of our writing journal. So keeping my page open to Animal Disguises, I'm going to take out my writing journal. I'm going to put it right in the front. I think I'm going to put my name here as well. Might as well. It does say bye. So let's put our names. And in the very first page, on that very first page, we are going to start right here, and we're going to title this page Animal Vocabulary. We're going to be reading a lot from our Unit 3, and we're going to come across some words that we may or may not really know. So we're going to write down new vocabulary words and their meaning right in here. Okay? The first word that I want to show you is features. You're going to see that word in tomorrow's reading, features. So I'm going to place it right up here in the box, and right down here I'm going to write the word features. And so we don't get the word mixed up with the rest of our writing, I'm just going to draw a rectangle around it. Put this word into a box. And now I want to write the definition for it, so that way tomorrow I'll understand what I'm reading. A feature or features are interesting or important parts, qualities, or abilities. So I'm going to write that definition right next to my word features. So interesting or important parts, qualities, or abilities, please make sure you do the same in your writing journal. And if you need to pause this video so you can complete your vocabulary word, then go ahead and pause the video. Now, when I'm talking about a feature of an animal, the important parts, qualities, or abilities, I'm talking about what an animal can do basically that makes it sort of special or interesting and important. So when I think back to the video that we watched and we saw the cheetah's really important feature is the ability for it to run fast, right? We know that cheetahs are super fast, and if you didn't know it yet, the cheetah is the fastest land animal in the world. So you can't outrun the cheetah as fast as we may think we are, right? The cheetah is pretty darn fast. So that's a feature of the cheetah. It is interesting, it is important, and it's a quality that no other animal really has. They're fast, but not as fast, right? Let's think back to our essential question and the features from there. So we have a giraffe, right? A really important feature of the giraffe is its really long neck, right? That is something that most animals just don't have, but it is an important and interesting quality or feature. Now let's move on to our next vocabulary word we're going to see in tomorrow's reading. It will be traits. So let's write that word down, traits. And I'm going to write it right underneath features. I'm going to write traits. And I'm going to put a little rectangle around that. And now a trait is a quality that makes a person or thing different from another. So let's copy that definition for the word trait, or traits, excuse me, right into our writing journal. Now you'll kind of notice too that the word features and traits, they almost have a very similar definition, don't they? It's basically something that makes a person or thing different or special from something else. For example, the cheetah's quickness, right? The cheetah's speed is very different from any other animal out there. It's a trait or feature that they possess, just like the giraffe's long neck. It's a trait or a feature that it possesses. I'm going to zoom out just a bit so you can see. Oh, never mind. Oh, there we go. Okay, let me put a period at the end. Take a moment to pause the video and copy down this definition. Okay, so looking back again at the word traits and how it matches what we're going to be learning in Unit 3, a trait of this snow seal, right? This, I think it's called harp seal, the seals that live in the snow. It has this very special quality of having white fur. Now, not really many animals have white fur, but there are some, aren't they? There are some that do have this white fur. Think polar bear or the Arctic fox, this harp seal. These are all animals that have white fur. It's a trait that they have. But why do you think those animals, the polar bear, the Arctic fox, this harp seal, why do you think they all have the white fur? I think you might already know why they all possess this trait. Okay? And finally, the last word that I'd like for us to know before we start reading Animal Disguises tomorrow is the word aid. So let's write that down. Aid, let's put a box around that. And the word aid means to provide what is useful or necessary. So let's write that definition in here. What is useful or necessary? Again, pause the video at any moment, boys and girls, where you feel like you need to catch up on all the vocabulary words. So the word aid is basically used when we're talking about animals. We're talking about how does a certain feature or trait help the animal, okay, to be useful. How does it help him to be useful or necessary to survive, basically, because that's what animals are really doing out in the wild. They're trying to survive. So what kind of feature or trait aids them in their survival? So think back again to that cheetah, the cheetah in the video. How does the cheetah's speed, its quickness, aid them in survival? I think you might know. How does the giraffe's long neck aid them in their survival? How is it useful or necessary? And the harp seal, I hope that's, I'm pretty sure it's a harp seal, but the harp seal, how does its white fur aid in his survival? These are some of just things to think about, boys and girls. We can talk about it tomorrow, but please make sure you write these animal words in your writing journal, and tomorrow we will go over the definitions of the words in blue that I was telling you about earlier, and we'll see these words in our animal disguises reading, and we'll know what they mean. Now, in the blank space up above, you guys, this is where you're going to be doing your animal drawing. So for the animal drawing, I'd like for you to go onto Art Hub for Kids, and you're going to type in the word animals. All right, when you type in the word animals, it gives you all these how to draw animals tutorials. So you can choose which animal you'd like. They've got bunnies and lobsters, a fly, a wombat, if you guys know what a wombat is. And there are, if I scroll all the way to the bottom of Art Hub for Kids, there are 15 pages of animals to draw from. So just keep clicking through the pages and find the animal video that you'd like to draw. I think you guys might know what I want to draw. If you said a sloth, then you are absolutely right. So I'm going to keep scrolling through here and find a sloth so that I can draw it in my picture right over here. Okay, so make sure you do that for your assignment today. Have a great day, guys. Remember, pause anywhere in this video to make sure that you complete the animal vocabulary in your writing journal. Bye.